In this video, I'm going to show you a simple scalping strategy that works perfect for the 1 minute time frame. It uses a special indicator called the Williams Fractals indicator, and we're going to combine it with some other indicators to make it that much more effective. It's easy to use, works in almost all markets, and most importantly, it works. Let's dive straight into it. First things first, get on TradingView or whatever trading chart platform you use. Right now, I have my time frame set to 1 minute, but this strategy will work for almost all time frames. Let's add the Williams Fractals indicator first. To do that, go to the Indicators tab, type in Williams Fractals, and it's going to be the one right here. The default settings will work perfect. Just make sure the period is set to 2, and for the colors, it's originally red then green, but I flipped them to green then red, so it's easier to understand when reading the chart. Next, we're going to add some moving averages. Go back to the Indicators tab and type in 3 moving averages. It should be this one by Advent Trading. Once you have that added, we're going to change the settings a bit. Go up to the settings of that indicator, change length 1 to 20, change length 2 to 50, and length 3 to 100. Then for simplicity's sake, I'm going to change the colors of the lines to green, yellow, and red in that order. Now that we have the indicators added, let's go on to how the strategy actually works. The first rule of this strategy is you can only go long if the 20-day, the green line, is above the 50-day, the yellow line, and the 50-day is above the 100-day. If they are crossing each other like this, then you should not enter the trade. It's the complete opposite for a short trade. So the 100 should be on the top, the 50 in the middle, and the 20 on the bottom. Now that we know how the moving averages should look, let's move on to know when to enter into a trade. To enter a long trade, the price has to pull back under the 20-day moving average or under the 50-day moving average. Then you also have to see a Williams Fractal green arrow. This will be your entry signal. Let me show you an example so you can better understand what I'm talking about. So first things first, we made sure the moving averages are in the correct order and they are not crossing each other. Then we wait for the price to cross under the 20-day moving average. We keep waiting till the Williams Fractal indicator gives us the green arrow for the go ahead to enter the trade. Once it does, we create a long position, put the stop loss right below the 50-day, and then have a 1.5 profit ratio. As you can see in this example, the strategy worked out perfect and we made money. If the price keeps moving down before the Williams Fractal gives a green arrow and crosses the 50-day, then gives a green arrow, you're going to do the same thing and enter the trade here, but this time you're going to add a stop loss right below the 100-day and still set a 1.5 ratio. Now, there's a very important rule you must follow for this trading strategy to be profitable. If the price moves below the 100-day moving average, you do not enter a trade on the green arrow from the Williams Fractal indicator. So as you can see here, the price moves below the 100-day, then the Williams Fractal gives a green arrow, and as you can see, the price drops again. So if the price ever closes below the 100-day, just disregard the next green arrow, because the chance that it'll drop even more is a lot higher. Now let's take an example of a short trade with this strategy. First, make sure all of the lines are in the correct order with the 100-day on top and the 20 on bottom. Then we wait for the price to cross above the 20-day, then wait for a red arrow from the Williams Fractal indicator. Once we get the signal, we enter the trade here, add a stop loss right above the 50-day, and then set a 1.5 profit ratio. You should also understand that you have to trust this strategy. It may take some time before the price hits your profit mark. You have to trust this strategy and stay in it. As an important note, you should also realize that you will get a ton of buy signals, especially if you're trading on the 1 minute time frame. If you are, it's extremely important you make sure that your broker or exchange has very low fees. Otherwise, the fees will ruin the gains because of the volume of trades you're taking. I just showed you a winning strategy using moving averages and Williams Fractal indicator. All I ask in return is if you take 2 seconds out of your day and like this video. If you want to see one of my top favorite strategies I use on a daily basis, check out this video and I'll see you guys next time.